I'm Mateus DEMOS, and this is my presentation on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Next slide. All right, so Giannis, he was born in Athens, Greece, but he migrated from Nigeria with his parents. And he grew up very poor in extreme poverty. His parents could never find a stable job, and he was always living from day to day. Barely had food. He would have to share a bed with his three other brothers. They would sell collector's items to get money for food as well. And he originally wanted to become a football player, like his father, but it wasn't until his coach bribed him to play basketball so he could pay for some food. And then the coaches and Giannis soon realized that basketball was his sport and it was something that he should continue playing because he was very long and athletic and he was hardworking. Um, he would often share his shoes with his brothers just to play and practice. So they only had one pair of shoes that they could share between the four brothers. So that was hard for them. He would often sleep at the gym as well after workouts because he would work out for so long and he would just stay there late at night. He might as well just sleep at the gym. So he be, later on he became good enough to start playing with basketball teams, the youth teams in Athens, and eventually he improved enough to become the 15th pick in the 2013 NBA draft by the Milwaukee Bucks. Next slide, please. And so from then on out, Giannis was very hardworking, never took anything for granted. So he came into the league pretty unknown. He was very, very skinny. He was athletic, big hands. He grew 2 inches ever since he went into the league. So he was 6'9", and he grew to 6'11". He averaged 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists his first year, but he continued to improve, and in 2019, he won his first MVP when he averaged 29 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists. And then he won it again back-to-back in 2020, and he also won Defensive Player of the Year in 2020 as well. So then following season, 2021, was his first championship. He swept the Miami Heat, getting revenge because the Miami Heat beat them last year. And so they kind of have a rivalry going on. And they also beat the Brooklyn Nets 4-3 in an absolute thriller. I remember that series. It was crazy. Giannis and KD were going at it back and forth. Kevin Durant dropped 50 points, I think, in Game 7, but they lost in overtime. Then they beat the Hawks 4-2, but Giannis, he suffered a really bad knee injury, and I was gonna show the clip, but it's kind of gruesome. I don't know if anybody wants to see it, but basically his knee went backwards like 40 degrees. It was very awkward. It was an awkward landing. He should have been out for the rest of the season. A lot of the doctors were really surprised that he was actually able to play a week later in the finals, but there was no significant damage done to the knee. So, yeah. Well, the video is not. It's not the injury, but it's Giannis talking about how he recovered from the injury and what he's doing to prepare for the NBA Finals because they beat the Hawks. And yeah, we can watch that right now. Oh, the link. Go back. Right here. It's only about 2 to 3 minutes.
And we gonna get it down. We gonna get the challenge.
Giannis, when you signed to stay in Milwaukee, you said that one of your intentions was to bring the championship culture here. Here you are, about to play the first final game in Milwaukee in nearly 50 years. What does that feel like?
Great feeling. I was excited to play a game like that in Milwaukee. Fans, see everybody's gonna be proud of me. For 8 years now. So, get it done.
That was the injury right there.
You absolutely don't want to see. Know that you don't want to talk about your knees in the past, but you said that you didn't go back and watch that clip. Why did you make that decision?
I watch the clip, I might be like, oh, it's way worse than what I felt. I'm always, telling myself like, I don't feel pain. Like if you keep telling yourself your health is strong, you're gonna be healthy strong. If you keep telling yourself you don't feel pain, you're not gonna feel pain. Like that's the mindset I have, and that's how I feel like.
Plus, you look pretty healthy on that chase down walk with Jake Crowder that you had the other day. So.
I was okay.
You're pretty close. You said that, of course, you hear the 1, 2, 3 from the entire arena. You can't not hear that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to get from those people screaming out of the lines 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the case might be. But that feels good that we make it. Like if it's quiet and you make it, it's normal people, but then everybody's yelling and you make it, kind of feels good. So I kind of like make it fun.
You said that you feel like you've matured over your time in the league. How's that served you?
I'm still going hard. That's who I am. Actually, I was playing the game 6, 7 days after Thomas was out for the year. But that's who I am. That's I don't get. And there's people that tell me that is that guy, there's that I can throw you off the cliff. That's who I am. That's who I'm going to always be. Not just in basketball. That's how I am in life.
So yeah, I don't know if you guys saw his injury. They showed the clip. It was very quick, but his knee, it was at a pretty bad angle. But he still recovered, and a week later they won the NBA championship after being down 2-0 to the Suns. And here's just a little graphic here of his points for each of the games, and then he had back-to-back 40-point, 10 rebound games, and he was being compared to legends like Shaquille O'Neal and LeBron James. Yeah, and in his final game, he dropped 50 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists, which was arguably the best closeout game in finals history. Next slide. And these are his accomplishments.
All right, we'll pick up where we left
And
off. All right, go ahead, Matthias.
All right, so we left off with Giannis winning his first championship in 2021, and so ever since then he hasn't won a ring yet, and it's been 2 years. But these are his notable accomplishments ever since his time in the league. I'd say the most important ones to take away here is the Finals MVP, All-Star MVP, and I don't think I put the 2 MVPs that he won. So that's one thing that I'm missing. And then also he won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same year, and it was the first time to be done ever since Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon. But yeah, next slide. Any questions? No. Hakeem Olajuwon, he's one of the greatest centers to play basketball. He probably has the best footwork out of all the centers. I think he has 2 rings, I'm pretty sure, but he played in the 1990s.
So the Houston Rockets beat the Orlando Magic. I'm from Orlando. Very big upset for us because the first time our team ever went to the finals, and it was a really, really close final.
That was with Shaq, right?
Yeah, with Shaq.
Yeah. Shaq and Penny.
Hakeem Olajuwon has an outstanding hook shot.
Yeah, his hook shot.
Is just like probably one of the best.
It's like Kareem's.